In this video, we are performing side hustle surgery to show you exactly how to design your exit strategy from your 9-to-5 that doesn't rely on luck. I'm breaking down the specific blueprints I use to build a real estate portfolio, a professional development consultancy, and a premium athletic brand, all while working a high-pressure corporate job. By the end of the video, you will know how to leverage your 401k without the taxman coming back to hunt you, how to prove a concept for free before you ever charge a dime, and how to turn your corporate skills into personal wealth. If you're tired of building someone else's dream while yours sits on the shelf, it's time to pick up the scalpel. We're about to get to work. Here's the surgical plan for today's session. We're going to talk about the real estate blueprint, how I use my 401k to loan myself money, $40,000, to launch a property business in 2019 without paying income tax on it. We're going to talk about the proof of concept, how I helped 10 people for free to prove my consulting model worked before I ever charged or asked for a check. And then we're going to talk about the impact of my brand, how I developed Inherit Noir to compete with high-end luxury fabrics while giving 15% of the profits back to the community. All right, let's go back to 2019. I was about 10 years deep into my corporate career at Verizon. I was stable, I was successful, but I knew I needed to build a foundation that didn't depend on the cubicle, the office space, you name it. I wanted to start a real estate business, but I didn't want to just wing it. I started by doing one thing most people are too lazy to do, and that's research. I didn't pay for a $5,000 guru course. I found out how to get my EIN for free by going to irs.gov. I found out how to register with the state of Pennsylvania. And I did this all without having to pay a lawyer or an accountant or anybody for a fee. I just figured it out myself. I researched how to create a reputable domain and a professional email. Because if you're trying to close a business deal with a gmail.com or a yahoo.com address, you've already told the world that you're an amateur. Then came the capital. I had about $100,000 sitting in my 401k at the time. Most people think that this money is untouchable until you're 65, but I did the math, I did the research again. I researched the difference between withdrawing from the 401k or getting a loan. A withdrawal would have hit my income tax and penalties that would have eaten away at my capital. But a loan, if I loaned that $40,000 to myself, I didn't owe the taxman a dime. Even better, I was paying myself back with interest over time. I was the bank and the borrower. That's crazy. The money came right out of my check automatically. I adjusted my lifestyle and my take-home expectations bi-weekly. I knew I wasn't going anywhere for at least 5 years, so I signed the terms that I used for the $40,000 to seed Grime's properties. Today, that business has a few units and it provides stable income. For that, it's not about getting a lot of money out of it. It's about the long-term play and the tax deductions that I can get from it. I didn't gamble. I engineered a move using my own resources. While real estate was building, I noticed something. People were coming to me for advice. They saw how I was moving and they wanted to know how to fix their own situations. This is how Grime Time Ready Consulting was born. I call it GTR Consulting for short. But I didn't start by charging people. I started with proof of concept. I helped 10 people, my parents, my siblings, my cousins, my aunt, my close friends, you name it, for absolutely free. I walked them through budgeting, rebuilding their credit, and the entire process of purchasing a home. I needed to know that my system worked for them, not just for me. Once I saw the results, once I saw them walking into their own homes and taking control of their finances, the business shifted. It evolved from strictly finance to life consulting, fitness, and professional development. Today, that business is a mix of high-level strategy for entrepreneurs and personal development for people who want to win. If you want to start a side hustle, stop worrying about the logo and start worrying about the result first. If you can't help 10 people for free and get testimonials, you have no business charging for your time. Proving the concept is the only way to build a brand that lasts. Now let's talk about the heart of the empire, Inherit Noir. I am a person who is constantly in the gym. I live in athletic wear, and I was tired of paying premium prices for high-end, luxurious fabrics that didn't stand for anything. I wanted that high-end feel the same manufacturers use by the biggest designer brands in the world, but I wanted it to mean something. I looked around and I didn't see an athletic brand that focused on impact, so I built it. Inherit Noir provides that same luxury feel at a fraction of the designer price. But here's the biggest difference. 15% of our profits go directly to youth development programs in our Black and minority communities. We don't just throw money at random organizations, we do the research. We allocate those funds to STEM programs, financial literacy, and leadership training that actually builds the next generation of architects, governors, mayors, presidents, you name it. I leverage my corporate sales and marketing skills to build a brand that don't just look good on the shelf, it actually does good in the streets. You don't have to build a clothing brand, but you do have to build something that reflects your values outside of the corporate world. All right, so there we have it. My mission is to positively impact 1 million people this year. I want to show you that you already have the tools to be the owner. You've been using your sales, marketing, time management skills to make a corporation rich for years. It's time to start leveraging those same skills for yourself. Here's the side hustle action plan. Audit your capital. Research your 401k loan options. Could you be your own bank? Check it out. Prove the concept. Help 3 to 5 people in your niche for free this month. Get the results first. See if it works. Professionalize your image. Get off the gmail.com and the yahoo.com and build a reputable domain for yourself if you're starting a business. All right, join the mission. Subscribe to the channel and grab a copy of the Savage Arsenal. I put the blueprints for exactly how I manage 3 businesses, including the time management and organization skills required to do it while working a full-time job. I put it all into 8 ebooks for the price of $10. Check the link in my bio or the description down below. You are a business, not a job title. It's time to start acting like it. I'll see you on the next one.